Don't get tired on me now. Hard work, baby. Give me some high end. Let's go. Hard work is what they say. Hard work to earn my pay. Hard work, do it every day. I get up about 2:45. I get up, do some PT. Put my boots on and lace them up. I got another day's of work. Hard work, work. Hard work, work. Hard work is what they say. Hard work, on my pay. I grab my I gotta go, I march and shout. Hard work, work, work.
We're going to have an awesome time today. It's all about hard work. Make it do what it do. I'm excited about being able to bring it to you. I am Dr. Lorenzo D. Smith, the host of Hard Knock Podcast. We're going to make it happen. We're going to make it do what it do. We got an interesting topic today. It's about understanding oneself. Do you understand yourself? And I want you to be able to think about that as we get ready to go through our natural introduction. So truly, thank you for joining us. Thank you. Happy New Year's to each and every one of you all. Understand some that are in a Greek letter fraternity or sorority. We have Founders Day. Give a shout out to the ladies of Delta Sigma Theta sorority. And one of our co-hosts, that's Dr. Olivia Elaine Smith. Make it do what it do. It's all about hard work. In. Are you ready to begin? Because we're about to make it do what it do. I'm excited because it gives us an opportunity to kind of work through some things that we've been kind of leveling off of late. Hard Knocks Podcast simply focus on being raw and real about life. We don't want to hold back. We want to bring these things to you, share some things with you. It's up to you to adapt to it, be comfortable with it, and that's what it's all about. So we want you to check us out on the website, which is WVSW Radio Internet, the internet station 23.wit.com. Let me do that again, WVSW Radio, the internet station 23.wit.com. Also, you can share your opinion by calling in, which we're really excited about you being able to do that, is calling in and being able to talk about exactly what's going on with you. Because we want to focus on being raw. We're going to focus on being real, just about life. So let's take this opportunity to do that. Let's focus on life. As we said, the website, if you want to share your opinions and stories and examples live with me, as well as with the world, you can check out Facebook. That's facebook.com. Digo Live, TikTok Live. That's Dr. L. Alberto Smith. Also Facebook, Zeta Phi Sigma Greenville, as well as having an opportunity to go to riversidefm.com. That's Dr. Lorenzo D. Alberto Smith. We also have two channels, which is WVSW Radio Internet Station. We also have a chance for you to check us out on Super Live. We broadcast on that as WVSW Internet Radio, tango.com /WVSW-radio-14059 twit. And that's at and see why it's amazing how calls we try to work his way through here and try to cause us not to be able to do what we need to do, but we're going to make it happen. Again, Twitter is at Dr. LD Alberto 2007. YouTube, the Smithway Enterprises. And we're excited to come before you. And also as we broadcast on riversidefm.com, we also have Dr. Lorenzo D. Alberto Smith YouTube channel. So check us out there because we're looking forward to seeing you in here making it do what it needs to do. So let's make it happen now. Some other things that are going to propel where we need to go today is that WVSW Radio on-demand episode available for WVSW Radio by going to Alexis, going to Apple Podcasts, Edge, Google Plus, iHeartRadio, Podbean, Pod Paradise, Snitchers, Pandora, Spotify, and Amazon Podcast. And it's operated by PodServeFM.com. WVSW Radio, the number one internet station, have listeners and watchers in 61 countries and on 6 continents. We need for you to be a part of it by being interactive. Type in your comments. There, I see many people joining, but type in your comments. And it's truly excited also to have TikTok live. That is special to us because we got a chance to kind of broadcast on a couple of networks. So truly it's a blessing to be able to do it. But register for WVSW radio giveaway by sending your name and a means of transaction. There's 5 of them. Bitcoin, Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, or Zelle at Lorenza D. Smith 15 at gmail.com. Again, Bitcoin, Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, or Zelle at Lorenza D. Smith 15 at gmail.com. Sow a seed with us. All we want you to do is hit the like button. I need for you to hit the like button. If you're joining us, just join in, or you join in for a minute, hit that like button before you decide to look at something else or choose to go another direction. We're here to serve. We're here to share some information with you. But hit that like button. If you want to monetize with it, you have that opportunity. Each one of our social media sites are available, so you can monetize with the limit amount or the minimum amount they have. And you can just support us by doing that. Thank you so much. The title again today is Understanding Oneself. Do you understand yourself? Truly, I want you to kind of think about that before we really get into it, because we have people who are challenging themselves to find out who they are. When you ask what you want and what you need to make life positive for you, we ask you to make sure you put yourself in a position to be successful. That's what it's all about. So you have to make sure you take time to be a part of what's going on with you. So you must understand yourself and know what it means by understanding yourself. See, when we talk about understanding oneself, we have to look straight in our mirror and we see ourselves. This is who we are. This is what God blessed us with, that we see whatever we're comfortable with and uncomfortable with. So when we ask the meaning, what is the meaning of understanding oneself? We have to think about the self is having insight. See, it's having insight into, having insight in strengths and weakness that you may have. So understanding yourself requires you to have that insight into one's own behavior, attitude, strengths, and weakness. It is the individual ability to say or know what he or she is good at or need improvement. See, you know your strength, you know your weakness. See, it's amazing. Every interview that you go to, the one question they kind of put it together. What are your strengths and weakness? You take an opportunity to share your. It's a sad thing when you can say I have a strength. Some people say all I have is strength. I don't have no weakness. That's impossible. We was not created. The human life, the human being was not created not to have weakness. What we have to do, we have to be able to recognize our weakness, then be able to use those weakness so we can be successful. See, self-understanding is one of the highest goals in psychology. Understanding yourself. See, when you understand oneself is the process of gaining self-awareness. Understanding oneself is all about self-awareness. How do you see yourself? Do you understand why your behavior? You understand your patterns of behavior? Do you understand why you have an attitude? Do you understand why you have these strengths and have these weaknesses? Do you understand why you cannot emotionally connect in a relationship? Do you understand why you're not having successful relationship, whether it's romantic, whether it's platonic, or whether it's just whatever relationship you're in? Family relationship, why are you not succeeding? Because you do not understand yourself. So you need to take time to be able to gain clear understanding of yourself by identifying your thoughts, feelings, motivations, strength, and weakness. Take time to identify. You need to be able to, what they call a journal. doing journaling, what you need to do is write down your strength, write down your weakness, write down the thoughts that you have, write down your feelings, because you have to understand how you feel so you can put yourself in a position to be successful. See, the ideal is being able to be self-aware. You can only be self-aware about when you recognize that things are going on. See, for you, it's a red flag, but for others, it's a red flag. So where do you come in to the point and say, well, I have some challenges I must work on? See, I have to be able to have self-reflection. See, a lot of times we're not able to have self-reflection because we're on this so-called higher ground than everybody else. So if everybody else is doing better than you, that means you think you're doing all right. Self-reflect on mindfulness. Seek feedback. And it's to recognize your unique values and beliefs. See, how you interact with others in the world tells you whether you understand yourself. See, the deeper self-knowledge leads to greater uniqueness, greater genuineness, greater authenticness. This is what it leads to. It leads to better decision making when you understand yourself. It leads to strong relationships or stronger relationships, increased confidence, and more fulfilling life. I think about, it was recently one of the Power Forward coaches was in an interview, and he was on a just one-on-one interview. And as the interviewer asked him as the E to explain why you are the way you are, he explained that some people don't understand confidence. See, I smell of confidence. That's what he said. It's a quote from that individual. I'm not going to call a name, but I'm saying, they say, I smell of confidence because I have the confidence in myself. I'm self-aware. I self-reflect. I am mindful of who I am and whom's I am. So I have the confidence. You may call it arrogance, but the truth of the matter, I have confidence in myself for what I need to do because I'm willing to fail. See, when I fail, I'm not going to lay down. I'm going to lay down, roll over, and get up and continue to work hard because I want to be the best version of myself. I have a deeper self-knowledge that allows me the greater, genuine, and authentic life. It gives me an opportunity to do better decision-making. It gives me a stronger relationship, not only with through a romantic situation, but with my family, with my friends, on my job, in my community. I have a stronger relation in the organizations I serve because I'm willing to know and understand who I am. See, we have to know our own behaviors. We have to know our attitudes. We have to understand our strengths. We have to understand our weakness. Do you understand the strengths that you have? Do you understand the weakness that you have? Do you understand your attitude? What kind of attitude do you have? Is it a positive attitude or a negative attitude? Ask yourself, how is my attitude? Because self know. See, self know what's going on with you. See, because self-reflection, self-awareness allows you to know that I need to improve to be the best version of myself. I always share this with individuals because I have no shame in my game. Years ago, I just run into some challenges. I was more of a person that liked to just, when something happened, just push it over in the closet and keep going and say, okay, I'll handle it later. But it buzzed and blew out. So I seek the counseling to help me be able to be self-aware, help me to improve, help me to have a better attitude, help me to have a behavior. I have no shame in my game. Twice a month, I make sure I meet my counselor so I can be the best version of myself. See, I want to be the best version. I'm not saying for you, I'm not saying for anybody, but for me, I want to be the best version of myself because, I want to experience genuine. I want to experience better decision making. I want to have a stronger relationship. I want to increase my confidence. I want to have a more fulfilling life. So that's why you need to understand yourself. So it says understanding oneself. That leads you to trying to see what understanding self look like. What in your eyes does understanding oneself look like? See, you have to be able to think about that and think about what are the cores of understanding yourself and what it looked like. See, you may not see it, but others see that you may not have what you think you have. So you need to understand yourself and know what it looks like. First of all, knowing your core values. Do you know your core values? Recognizing what principle guides your choices and actions. The principles, not principal. It's principles that guides your choices and your action. Identifying your strength and weakness. See, having a clear sense of what you excel at and where you need to improve. See, we're not putting the word failure. We're just saying you're going to excel, but you also need to recognize where you need to improve. That is identifying your strength and your weakness. Then you have understanding your emotions. See, we always hear people, a lot of content creators, and constantly talking about they're out of a relationship on TikTok. They're saying because their mate or their spouse or their partner did not understand their emotions. They was not emotionally available. Truly, when you say, are you emotionally mature? Are you in a position where your emotional well-being allows you to see your strength and your weakness? See, it's easy to come on TikTok. It's easy to come on the very social media site and talk about what the other person did. But see, we always want to have the victim comes out instead of saying, I was just as much a reason why that relationship wasn't successful. It failed because I did not recognize my strength, my weakness. Lulu, thank you so much. A member of Zeta Phi Beta Sorority Incorporated out of the great state of Alabama, up in the Birmingham area, I believe, Jefferson County. Lulu, thank you for joining us. Hit those hearts, hit the like button. Thank you so much. We need to understand our emotions. Don't run from them. Don't go when things get bad, get under the cover and cover up. Don't isolate yourself. You need to take time to understand your emotions. See, that's noticing how feelings arise in different situations. You might feel this way today and feel another way tomorrow. Or you might feel this way at 10 o'clock in the morning, and by 12 o'clock, you might even have a smile on your face. Or you can keep on with that cringy face and you'll be unhappy because you allow others to keep you unhappy. So your weakness is you allow individuals to change your emotional well-being. You got to talk with me. Don't leave me by myself. Type in your comments. This is WVSW Radio, the #1 internet station. I am Dr. Lorenzo D. Smith, excited to come before you because we're talking about understanding oneself, understanding your emotions. See, when you said someone else was not emotionally available, was you emotionally available? Were you emotionally available? What is your status of your emotional well-being? Are you have a emotional understanding, emotional IQ? Do you understand that your emotional maturity leads to positive, strong relationships? Do you understand your emotional well-being can dictate your mental and your physical well-being? Then on top of that, it affects your spiritual well-being. Then it also affects your financial well-being. Then your social well-being, where you cannot even operate among others. We have to understand our emotions. We must be able to put ourselves in a position to notice how our feelings arise in different situations. And by those feelings arising, you know what they do? They influence your behavior. Influence your behavior. So you said, what it looked like? Understanding myself, a self-understanding, what it looked like. It looks like recognizing your patterns. See, our behavior have patterns. See, when we see reoccurrence behavior or emotional response or responses, there's a cause. See, there's a reason why, but you need to recognize that pattern. We have an attitude because stink face, and we walk around because we have an attitude, because we have a pattern that we're so accustomed to that we're not able to function with others. Some people I look that way so they won't say nothing to me. They don't want to say nothing to you. Why do you think people want to talk to people who have an attitude? See why? It's amazing. And I don't try to experiment, but I try to, when I walk and go in public places, I smile and say good morning. I smile and say good afternoon. Because I have no anger in my heart. Because see, God or either hate in my body. See, my heart is blessed by our Lord and Savior. And see, I'm operating for my internal self, not my external self. See, that's the problem. A lot of y'all operate from your external self. See, someone do something to you, you're going to get them back. You may get somebody else. We're in a time now. People are so emotional, immature. Might not like it, but it is what it is. And what you have to do is work on yourself. Again, Lulu, thank you for the likes. Work on yourself. Because you know what your strength, you know what your weaknesses are. You know what your behavior patterns are. You know exactly your emotion. You know better than anybody else. The next thing that's so important is define your purpose. Do you know your purpose? It's all right. Do you know your purpose? What is your purpose here in life? Some people don't understand, but I'll tell you, for years I worked as in public education, retired, then decided to go back, but at the college and university level. See, I knew my purpose was to bridge the gap between youth and adulthood. As an educator, I wanted to be able to bridge that gap. As in the Latin, you say education is working on what's within. and bringing out what's within. That's what education is all about. We have forgotten what education is all about. That Latin term of working from to get whatever we have inside of us outside of us. We need to be able to put ourselves in a position to understand our purpose and our meaning. Why are you here? If you can't tell individuals why you're here, when the question is asked, you don't understand yourself. Define your purpose, having a sense of what matters. I truly have an order I follow in my daily life, and that, or not just do certain things. You know, I'm a Christian, so God is first. My family is the second, and work is third. Community and organization is fourth. You better have order. You better understand yourself. What is your purpose for being even on this earth? What is your purpose on your job? What is your purpose in your family? What is your spiritual purpose? What is your financial purpose? See, the thing about it, our well-beings must be mature, and we got to understand, address each one of them. What is my purpose about my health? What is my purpose about my mental health? What is my purpose about social communicating? We are created to be social species, but in the point of a small communities. That's why you have neighborhoods. You're comfortable in your community. God created us that way. So when we understand our purpose, this allows us to set the goals to be successful. See, if you want a fulfilling life, know your purpose, know your meaning, and know yourself. See, it's amazing the best way to really know yourself. And I'll tell you, everybody may do a different way by hygiene, but take a shower, take a bath, get out of the tub, and just look in the mirror and see, instead of you criticizing everybody else, point at things that's on you. See, you might even know you had that mark on you. Some people don't even know they have moles on them. People don't know themselves, but it is easy to criticize others. So why is understanding oneself important? You ask yourself, why is it important? It's for the purpose of being genuine, authentic. See, living in alignment with your true self. Living in your alignment of your true self. Rather than being swayed by external pressures. Do you experience that in your life? Are you authentic? Are you genuine? You just say, I'm true. I'm true blue. But are you really true blue? Are you genuine? See, you don't want to be around people that are not genuine. You don't want to be around people because it's earnest that comes along with that. If authentic, they got to be real. See, that's a struggle in relationships. See, when relationships get started and get going, move from the associate and acquaintance stage to the friendship stage to the romantic and the intimate stage, you send your representative. That's what you do. You send your representative. That's not authentic. It is not genuine. You're not sending your true self. Because you know why? Your internal part of you is struggling. Your heart, God will protect your heart and your soul. when you turn it over to him. But you can't dip and dabble in everything and don't trust and understand that order is that, yeah, God is at the top of the order. So he will protect you when you turn your heart and soul. So you don't have to worry about being vulnerable. Because you know why? He got you. So do you put yourself in a position to be authentic, improve well-being? Thank you so much, Lulu. She said, amen. Thank you. Improving well-being. I just talked about mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually, financial, social, and psychological. Do you ask yourself, why am I struggling financially? Why am I struggling financially? You know why? Because as a well-being, you're not mature to even put the literacy that goes along with finance. So I'm not going to like what I'm saying, but I'm telling you the truth. You struggle financially because, again, you're not emotionally intelligent or emotionally mature. So what you end up doing is that you spend through emotions. You don't budget. You don't understand where your finances coming in because you're not financial well. When you're improving your well-being, the ones I just mentioned, that was 7, it increased happiness. But see, I'm all about peace, joy, love, happiness, resilience, and self-compassion. That's what I'm about. What are you about? That's why understanding who I am and whom's I am is important. Strong relationships. Strong relationships. See, you can't have a strong relationship when you lack maturity in your well-being. You cannot have strong relationship when you lack genuine and authentic behavior. Who are you? Are you aligned with your true self? How are you going to have a strong relationship when you lack emotional maturity? See, when you understand oneself and know how important it is. See, strong relationships comes into play. When they come into play, your emotional intelligence and maturity and well-being is enhanced. It's enhanced. And then you have a better understanding of your interaction with others. Do you struggle with others? Some people, I'd rather just be by myself because I can't operate among others. That's a social well-being. See, I'm so emotional, immature, that I can't even be around my family. That's a sad thing when you can't be around your family. See, sometimes you can just kind of step away from friends. But family ought to be there when you are emotionally mature. Better decision making. Do you make good choices? Do you make good choices? Or do you rely on others? See, making choices that are more aligned with your values. Do you know what your values are? Our show yesterday was the Love Cafe. And we broke down the acronym of love. And we talked about the L, the O, and the V, as well as the E. And V, and one of the V's, one of the words relate to the V when you're talking about love is values. Do you know your values? Do you understand your beliefs? See, making good choices just align with your beliefs and your values. And by doing that, it helps you with your long-term goals. You must have short-term goals and long-term goals dealing with your life. Personal growth, capitalizing on strength, and working constructively on areas for improvement. Know your strength. Even if you get off this show tonight, go in and get you a pad or get you a spiral notebook and put strength and weakness of oneself. The goal is to understand yourself, understanding oneself. What are the strengths and the weakness do I have? See, once I understand the strength and the weakness, it's going to be personal growth, because if our strength overshadow, because we're going to have some weakness now. You can say, well, let me improve on these weaknesses, but continue to grow in personal growth with the strengths. Areas of improvement. See, successful people spend time always improving. Their ultimate goal is to improve. That's why they have a plan A, a plan B, and a plan C. They just don't give up because it just don't work the first time. That's a strength. Being able to recognize I have a weakness and I want to improve on my weakness. How do we cultivate self-understanding? How do we cultivate understanding oneself? See, to cultivate oneself, that gives you a clear understanding. You must use the following tips I'm about to share with you. Number one, practice mindfulness in meditation. Take time to observe your thoughts and feelings without judgment. Being able to journal. Journaling is writing down your thoughts, your feelings, your experience to gain clarity. Again, that notepad should be in a spiral notebook should be for not just writing down your strength, your weakness, not writing down your good and your bad, but sit down journaling your thoughts, your feelings, and experiences. That gives you clarity. Seek trusted feedback. See, everybody can't offer you feedback because everybody ain't for you. So you think everybody's for you. Everybody's not for you. But when they show themselves, believe what you see, and then exit the room to the left. Keep on moving because they're not for you. They're not offering you trusted feedback. You don't have to get mad. You don't have to get upset. You just step away from that situation, Lulu. It's all right to step away from it. Don't stay there because it's not trusted feedback. See, you want people to be honest. You need to get their perspective about your behavior. See, an honest perspective from the people that you trust gives you an opportunity to see your behavior and how it impacts others. We don't live in this world by ourselves. There are others. And if our behaviors are off the wall, say it like that, there's a good chance that other people are being affected by that, are being impacted by that. Ask yourself, do I have people that giving me trusted feedback? Ask yourself. Engage in new experiences. Trying new activities can reveal hidden aspects of your personality. Spend time alone in your safe space. Do you have a safe space? Do you have a safe space? You need to have a safe space so you can spend time alone. If not, create a space for self-reflection and introspection. Self-reflection and introspection. Ask yourself questions. Regularly consider questions about your value, beliefs, passion, and reaction. Ask yourself, what is my values? See, somebody said we got these values, but we also see the red flags that's attacking our values and our beliefs, and we continue on supporting those individuals because we're spitting with them. Ask yourself questions. What are some of the benefits of understanding oneself? See, the benefits of knowing yourself are better decision-making, self-knowledge, simplifies decisions, self-knowledge simplifies decision-making by aligning your choices with your values and desires/wants, reducing inter-conflict. That's what better decision-making does for you. The next thing that's so important is if you want to improve relationships, understand your own needs and boundaries. Makes it easier to communicate and connect with others, leading to a healthier relationship. Understanding your own needs, understanding the boundary. We didn't say understanding your wants and desires. We're talking about understanding your needs. Do you know what you need? Do you know what you need? Retha, thank you for joining us. We have the realtor here as well. Kim, thank you so much for taking down. Kim exits. Thank you so much. V, thank you for jumping in. Appreciate each and every one of you all. Many of them, we got quite a few people that are joining us. Thank you so much for taking time. We're going to press on so we can wrap this up within our 55 minutes. The next thing that's so important is stress reduction. Self-awareness helps you recognize stress triggers and manage them effectively, contributing to your overall well-being. That's what stress reduction does for you. Self-awareness is the key to it. I am Dr. Lorenzo D. Smith, and this is WVSW Radio. I'm excited to come before you today. We're being blessed. Thank you so much. Our network is holding in there, and we thank you so much. God has a hand on us, and we thank you. This is our 8th year as a radio station, meaning we just completed in September of 2025, 8 years. Now we're moving into the 9th year. Without you all, we could not be doing what we're doing. Thank you so much. You got Redbone that's there. Thank you so much for jumping in here and being a part of what we're doing. Umar, thank you so much for joining in and making sure you support what we're doing. We appreciate everything. As we get ready to push forward, why knowing yourself matter, it's helpful to understand why knowing ourselves better as essential as knowing which needs will swallowing or where to put the gas version that oil in our vehicle. See, we need to know. That's why it matters. It's essential for us to know who we are. See, if we know who we are, if we take medication, we can be able to read and understand we have to have it twice a day. And when you have to take that medicine, you got to have fluids, and then you have to have food. That's knowing yourself, because your body going to respond to it. So in essence, it's knowing which meds we're swallowing, and then where to put the gas versus the oil in our vehicle. And the big reason why we need to know that and understand knowing ourselves is responding more effectively to life. That's the biggest reason we can respond to life. We gain a deeper understanding of ourselves, help us to be responsible, be accountable. See, responsible means we can respond to life rather than react. Some of us are reactionary. Are you proactive? Or are you reactive? Ask yourself, which one? See, when you're talking about a deeper introspection, introspection prevents us from drowning in difficult situations. MD, thank you for joining us. It don't allow us to drown in all the stress, the anxiety, in these difficult situations and emotion. It allows us to make wiser, more thoughtful decisions. It's a difference, and I want you to remember this, between being completely consumed by stress and having the ability to notice when we feel stress and then course correct. We got to correct what direction we're going to make us more grounded and balanced. Having the ability to notice when we feel stress. Do you have that ability? It's all right. And I'm hoping this message is shared truly in your heart. And I know it will. Thank you so much for saying that you need to hear this message. Because as I speak it, I listen within. I want to be the best version of myself. And you want to be by knowing oneself. Don't get caught up letting unresolved emotions unwittingly dictate our action. Emotional immaturity sometimes we don't even realize that we have unresolved emotions. But it will dictate your actions. See, many of us hold on to anger, grief, shame, hate. This is all about emotions, feelings. And just remember, these emotions and others come out sometimes surprisingly in confusing ways. See, we may lash out at loved ones, driving a wedge between us. We may cling to toxic habits and people. Are you clinging to toxic people and habits? Ask yourself. See, we may avoid taking on exciting projects, fearing failure or humiliation. A lot of times this network focus on relationship. Our numbers are not like we wanted to be as in our community with families. People have a fear. And they try to cover the fear up with, okay, I got this, I got that, I got this job, I got this home and everything. Fear is fear. See, you have a fear of failure. It ain't the product. It's you. You as the buyer in a relationship, when it don't work, you blame the product when it's really you. Because you fear failure. Humiliation. It's within you. That's why I said, no, you know yourself and you know that you fear failure and humiliation. So you don't step out. You're not prepared. That's why you have to discover and understand buried emotions. Helps us get back into the driver's seat or back up on the bicycle. It was in a relationship and it failed. It's just like riding a bike. You fall off, you get back up on it. What you need to do is make sure you understand yourself. You must resolve emotions. All the unresolved emotions dictates your action. The ideal is that we want to navigate our lives. We want to create the life we truly want. You have the ability to do it. Knowing yourself helps us create a more meaningful, satisfying life. Because when you understand your true yearnings and core values and take the time to process your emotions, you can take action that build an authentic life. You must be willing to do that. How to learn more about yourself. There are many different ways to immerse yourself and self-discovery, from exploring activities that resonate with you to excavate deep-seated emotions. Some of us have some deep-seated emotions and we keep covering it up. We must examine our reactions. Be aware or become aware of your physical self. That's why I said, if you want to know more about yourself, take a shower, get in the bathtub, get out, stand in the mirror and look and point on things external that takes away from you being the best version of yourself. If it's something emotionally and mentally, seek counseling so you can have an opportunity to examine your reactions. Being aware of your physical self and how you respond to the world around you. You can give invaluable information about a deeper inner life. We must take time to recognize that we must examine our reaction will tell us how we will be functioning in relationships. Our inner self plays a major part. You can find out invaluable information about yourself when you're in certain situations. See, it's time for you to have a strong physical sensation instead of reacting right away. You hear things, think about it. I have a rule that I use as a professional in the field that I spend a lot of time and still spend time in, is as a administrator. I have 3 F's that I always focus on. I tell everybody I'm all about being fair, I'm being firm, and then having ability to be funny and have jokes every now and then. And those 3 things allows me, whenever something happens, is that I'm going to think through the process instead of being reactive. I'm being proactive about using a 7-second time span in between the decision that need to be made. In other words, it's called pause for a moment. And then after the 7 seconds is over with, it might be 7, turn to 10, turn to 20, turn to 30. Then you ask yourself questions like this. What exactly am I feeling in my body? When I shift my attention to my physical self, what feelings do I notice? What was said or what happened just before my reaction? What might my feelings familiar from my past? What do I need? It's a major question there. What do I need? How would I like to be heard? These are things that's so important. And to address what's going on with you, keep a dream journal. Our dreams are often mysterious or just plain weird. But that's actually the point. See, consciously allowing space and time to that which you may not fully understand can be a powerful way to gain deeper knowledge of yourself. During sleep, our mind may work. Keep a pad beside your bed because you wake up from your dream or from your sleep and you write down what happened. That is dream journal. We have to make sure we put ourselves in that position. And as we get ready to wrap it up, picture your perfect day because you want a perfect day. Picture a perfect day. Detect your drains and pick me ups. Use your self-knowledge to build deeply satisfying days. Meditate. Sit down and think about it. Simply think about who you are. Think about, do I trust my own experiences? Do I practice what I preach? Draw it out. If you're artistic, draw out your feelings. Focus on your frustration. This allows you to explore negative situations and feelings. And lastly, in the journal, entry with one thing you're grateful for in the situation you're encountering. That's how you understand yourself. That's how you understand oneself. It's been exciting coming before you all sharing this information. Again, hit the like button. I want you to see several thousand likes. Hit that button. We need everybody to hit that button. Thank you so much for each and every one of y'all allowing me this opportunity because you took your time to sit here and hopefully I shared something that was positive. I am Dr. Lorenzo D. Smith. This is WVSW Radio, the #1 internet station. We have listeners and watchers in 61 countries and on 6 continents. It's all about hard work and dedication. I want to let each and every one of you all know I love you all from my heart. And I want you to have a blessed rest of the evening. We'll try to jump in and do some sports tomorrow. Try to make it do what it do. Be safe. Take care of yourself. And I just want to say to each and every one of you all, I love you and ain't a thing you can do about it. So take care of yourself and be blessed. Because it's all about hard work. All about hard work and dedication. Man, I love you all. Okay.